as we are back and started in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
81 yards on the ground for him so far.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down and 3. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Gibson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Being chased out left. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That was a good run. Probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Sermon now on 1st and 10. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. To about the 4. 103 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
We always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to...
And got his man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Second and 8. Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. That's going to set him back 5 yards. He'll look to throw, staying on his feet. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
30-yard line, 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Reed. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this from 46. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will close the gap down to 14. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far. 3 here in the 3rd, and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times, you want 4, you want more than that, and guess what? That only helps your team.
Yeah, so far 3, now in search of 4. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And he's going to have a Niners 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, Gibson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Right back to him on 1st down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom, he took advantage of it. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off down at the 2. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Yeah, we will get another look at Seattle's offense. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Gibson. He finds his man, complete. That's Snyder. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Back to throw now on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Seahawks on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And down to the 36-yard line here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
After another really nice run, this is where a defense coordinator earns his money. His guys have been on the field a long time, so he's got to decide what he wants to do to try and slow them down. Is he going to substitute some players in, get some fresh guys, or is he just going to try to attack and try and find a way to take the ball away from them?
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Reed. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Complete to number 82.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Touchdown! That's caught. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They do tack on the extra point as well, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Off the bootleg, Gibson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they will take a knee here. Second and 11.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Now they try the right side here. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.